Hello Trailmakers, welcome back to the channel, and yes, if you read the title, you know that something big has just been announced. We are 100% confirmed getting tank tracks in Trailmakers. Now, how they announced this was actually super cool. On the official Flashbulb Games channel, they did a video, an IRL video with a bunch of the team over at Flashbulb in a real tank and driving around, you know, just getting a feel for this tank, you know, testing the tank suspension and stuff, just driving around. And then at the end of the video, they say they want to add this into the game, and followed up by a tracks confirmed text on the screen. So yes, we're getting tank tracks in Trailmakers, which is absolutely huge. I know most of you who play Trailmakers and like building ground vehicles will really be happy about this one, because I believe tank tracks have been like one of the most sought after blocks in the game for a while now, or it almost turned into a meme. Like every stream, like someone will say, when are we getting tank tracks, to, you know, to the devs themselves. And the streams I'm referring to is, you know, when they do the build challenges and the dev diaries over on the Flashbulb Games channel, someone will always say, where are the tank tracks? And it looks like they finally listened, because we're getting them in the game. Now, in terms of what they will look like and how they will function, it's still early days. We don't know what they will look like. We don't know how they will function exactly, but I'm sure we're gonna get more updates in the future, because it looks like Trailmakers is heading in the direction towards something big. And that something is a brand new update, and this game, I gotta tell you, absolutely does amazing with the updates. Like, we get an update a couple times a year. It's so good how consistent Flashbulb is at giving Trailmakers updates. Again, going back on how the tank tracks will look and function, we don't know, but hopefully we can kind of break down what I personally think will happen with the tank tracks in Trailmakers. Now, how I think the tank tracks will work, it's going to be one big tank track modular piece where you can add it to your, like, the side of your creation, like add one on both sides of a build, and then you have a tank essentially. Hopefully they will have some kind of like springy suspension, just like how realistic tank suspension will work. And hopefully we will get different size tank tracks. We don't know this just yet. I'm assuming they're just gonna release one like size tank track, but hopefully, fingers crossed, they release like multiple sizes, just because people build at different scales in this game. Like having a small tank track will be nice for smaller builds. Having a big one will be nice for bigger tanks and stuff. Fingers crossed we get something like that, but that's just me hoping and praying we get something like that in the game. Also, I believe these tank tracks will be powered by normal engines, like the Dragon engine, just like how the wheels are powered by the engines in the game already. Honestly, I think it's going to be that simple. We're just going to slap the tank track onto the side of creation, and then there you go. You just have one engine or a couple engines, or how many power cores you want to use for these tank tracks, and you have working tank tracks, essentially. You have a working tank. Also, I think the reason why this is so big, personally to me and the community, is just because, like I said before, it's something that's been sought after in the game for a while now. And we've managed to make tank tracks work in our own way without actually having a tank track block. Like spamming wheels on the side of a build just to make it kind of look like a tank track. I mean, it's worked out very well for many years. And people have even made actual tank tracks in the game using like friction blocks and physics and stuff like that, where it's a detached piece from the build but still collides with a wheel, and then they're able to make tank tracks like that. Now, these ways have worked in Trailmakers for a while, but it's just complexity that's the issue. These tank tracks we make, with each wheel, I believe it's like 10 complexity points, and that stuff adds up fast. So not only is these new tank tracks going to be just cooler looking in general, you guys know me, I love my farm building, but it's going to be essential for building because it's just going to be more complexity efficient. And that's one of my favorite aspects of Trailmakers lately, is just having builds more complexity efficient. Now, going back to the reason I think we're getting a huge update in the future, some kind of DLC or new map, or it could be free content, or even a campaign. Honestly, the way Trailmakers is going at this rate, it wouldn't surprise me if they add another campaign. How many campaigns do we have? Technically we have 4. Stranded in Space, high seas, airborne, and pioneers. I mean, you could technically count the Spacebound DLC as well, because there are like a few story elements in that. Like there is a boss battle on one of the planets, so if you want to count that as a campaign, go ahead. But I think we're heading towards something big like a campaign. Now the reason I say this is because of this video here. This video is called Terrain Deformation, and this is a newsletter exclusive. So if you are subscribed to the community newsletter at Flashbulb Games, you'll be able to see some content early. And holy smokes, the footage in this video is insane. Now obviously this is early development footage here, but it just shows a vehicle going across the ground and having actual terrain deformation. It's like in the muddy area here on, I believe this is the Treasure Island map. You can see how the wheels really dig into the mud and create that terrain deformation. Now I'm wondering if this is going to be essential for the tank tracks in Trailmakers as well, because terrain deformation, tank track, off-roading, it all makes sense. I mean, hey, Trailmakers is a physics sandbox game, and they're just adding more physics to the maps here. So yes, I am super excited. Now, a lot of you may not know this, but I actually recently found out earlier this year when I went to Denmark. Yes, I actually went to Denmark with Scrapman to visit the devs. I did make a vlog on it, but I never released it because, you know, I didn't want to cause problems with the team because, you know, some of the Flashbulb team didn't want to be on video and stuff. And you know what? I just thought I'll release a video with Scrapman building Legos at the Flashbulb office. Now, whilst I was there, I was asking a lot of questions like, why do we not have a 1x1 block? And will we ever get tank tracks? And of course, the 1x1 block, they will never add. They basically said that the 1x1 block is just something they're not going to bother adding because they like how people build without the use of a 1x1 block in Trailmakers. They just want to stand out and not have a 1x1 block. Anyway, moving on. Now, when I asked about the tank track situation, they actually confirmed to me that tank tracks already have been tried to be implemented into the game and has failed. And the result of that failure, we still actually have as a real block in Trailmakers. And I am referring to the ski block. Yes, this simple block is the result of a failed tank track. It probably explains the slidey mechanics of the ski block itself and why it's like 20 complexity points. It's a shrunk down, failed version of a tank track. But it's nice to see many years down the line that we're actually getting tank tracks for real this time. They're re-attempting this and they're gonna make it a thing. Also, it looks like these tank tracks are going to be free. So a huge W as well. We love getting free things in this game. And yeah, it just makes me extremely happy. Who knows what else they're adding to this game? Well, anyway, that's just about everything to talk about with the tank tracks. Hopefully, we get to see what they look like soon and how they function in a future dev diary. Let me know your opinions in the comments below. Are you happy about this? Do you want to see tank tracks in the game? Or would you rather have Flashbulb work on something else? I know a lot of you guys want custom missiles or something. But yeah, that's enough from me, and I'll see you guys in the next one.